So I guess we're going to be doing night two as well. So let's get started. So night two just ended actually. So we're doing this broadcast right after night two just ended. So night two, I don't really have the recap, but I'm sure you have the recap stuff with you. All
I got
right.
it
So
right
if you
here.
want to start off the matches one by one, and we can talk about it.
Yes, let me start it off by saying that night two had a pretty awesome first match going on with Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins, um, so let me just pull it up. So, Seth Rollins, so Drew McIntyre made his entrance, and Seth Rollins made his entrance. And then McIntyre, out of the gate, hit Seth Rollins with a claymore as soon as the bell rang, and
That was
he
crazy.
tried
Like,
to,
oh my god.
yeah, Seth Rollins hit McIntyre. I'm sorry, McIntyre hit Seth Rollins with a claymore right out of the gate to get the quick 3 count, but Seth Rollins counted out at it, and then Seth Rollins rolled out of the ring, and then McIntyre followed up and hit Seth with a suplex, right? And while there, Seth Rollins reversed. Seth Rollins was able to get up, and he hit a pedigree on the floor. But of course, that once he hit pedigree on Drew McIntyre, that ignited his knee, right? And that he tried to pin Seth. He tried to pin McIntyre, but obviously McIntyre kicked out. Um, so after that, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre got up and he hit another claymore in Seth Rollins, and he tried to get a pin on him. However, Seth Rollins kicked out of it. But both these guys were going back and forth, just hitting moves on each other, right, back and forth. And then McIntyre came out, and McIntyre hit Seth Rollins with unexpected claymore, got the 1, 2, 3. He got the win. He won the World Heavyweight Championship over Seth Rollins. And once he did that, he celebrated. It was a great win for him. After that, unfortunately, he was celebrated. Then he went to go talk to CM Punk, and he taunted CM Punk and he said to him, this is his win. He got it. And then as he taunted him, CM Punk attacked him from behind, and then Damian Priest came. He cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, and he took McIntyre to the ring, delivered the choke slam on McIntyre, got the 1, 2, 3, and for the first time ever, the second time ever, Damian Priest won the World Heavyweight Championship in one night. Now that is the win. That is how it went for the first night of the first match. What are your thoughts on that so far?
Yeah, it was a. I knew Seth was. I don't know. I picked Seth in my. I did pick Seth, but I got one half of it right. I did say Seth was going to win, and then Damon was going to come out and cash in. So I kind of got 50% of it right, so half of it right. But I
Yes.
kind of knew like the face that I saw Seth Rollins had before going out was like, oh boy, he's gonna lose it right here. He's worried. He's probably gonna lose it right here. And that was a quick claymore. I saw it was over. I was like, are they really gonna have Drew win it within like a second of the match starting? And I was like, oh boy, no. Um, I did, and then plus Seth Rollins did stomp Drew McIntyre onto the table. And look, it was. I love to see Seth as World Heavyweight Champion, but it happened. It is what it is. But I mean, with all the injuries that he had, the back issue, and then the injury he sustained against Jinder Mahal, he needs a rest. And yet, him and Becky, like I said in Night 1, Becky hasn't signed a contract with WWE to extend her contract. Neither has Seth, so they might take a break to figure things out, you know. But I'm like, after Drew won, I'm like, is Damian really not gonna come out? Like, come on, like, what the hell? And then that whole CM Punk's thing is like, oh boy, here we go. I think something's gonna happen right here. And what you know, CM Punk attacks Drew McIntyre, and then Damian Priest, like, there's no way Damian Priest is gonna fuck this up, right? That'd be hilarious. But yeah, Damian Priest, look, I'm not really a fan of the Judgment Day after all the shit they put people through, but as a person, Damian Priest is awesome. Congratulations to Damian Priest. But that's just that. And with the whole, you know, him and Finn Balor losing on Night 1, it makes sense for him to go after the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think they're gonna win the titles back. I don't think they're gonna have Damian Priest as a double champion. I mean, they've done it before. They have had world champions hold on tag team gold at the same time. But I don't think it's an option. Maybe it is, but we have to see what happens. But I did mention that Drew McIntyre is definitely not going to be a happy camper on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. So we'll have to see what happens. I said this before. Drew McIntyre is going to go after Damian Priest and start a feud. CM Punk, it looks like he's medically cleared after taking the cast out, so we have to see what happens. He might get into the mix of the World Heavyweight Championship picture. If so, Drew McIntyre is definitely going after CM Punk as well. So Drew McIntyre has two issues, CM Punk and Damian Priest. That would be awesome if CM Punk can make a storyline with Damian Priest, and maybe we can see Damian Priest, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre in a triple threat match. I would love to see that. That would be awesome, actually. But like I said, if Drew is going to be feuding with Damian Priest, I said this before, someone's got to turn face, because I don't think it will make sense for two heels to go at it. Because if you guys don't know, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest are both heels. So one person has to turn babyface, and my money's on Drew. But you said that anything can happen, so I'm not going to talk too much about. That's just my own predictions. So congratulations to Damian Priest. I feel for Drew McIntyre. He finally had that moment winning a championship in front of fans, but which lasted only a few minutes. So we have to see what happens. But yeah,
I agree. I definitely think that he left. Once he won that championship, immediately one thing he should have done was just leave. He could have left. He could have left. But that one thing he did, he focused everything. He had to rub it. He rubbed it in the face of CM Punk. I am the champion. You are not. I finished the story. Blah, blah, blah. This is what cost him, obviously. I really got the feeling that CM Punk is somehow going to be working with Judgment Day somehow in the future, because, you know, he sees how successful they are. And, man, it would be interesting to see. I don't really see Drew McIntyre has never really been the guy that's more of a heel. He's more of a tweener type of a guy who was a face and a heel, but now he's a heel. So it is going to be interesting going forward to see how these guys.
Because think about it, I don't think. I mean, in the past probably, but right now in this reign, I don't think we ever seen two heels going at it at a pay-per-view for a title. So maybe I'm wrong, but that wouldn't make sense. There's got to be a face. There's got to be a heel. My money is on Drew. I think Drew's probably going to turn face soon. I mean, people are saying that, yeah, but Drew kind of just started as a heel. I mean, he's doing great as a heel. I think it might be too early. If that's the fact, maybe they might even turn Damian Priest into a face. Like I said, I talked about it in night 1 in the prediction videos. Downfall of Judgment Day. Downfall of Judgment Day. Damian Priest might get kicked out, starting a singles run, which could happen. That would just make Damian Priest into a face. So that could happen. I still think that's going to happen. I think WrestleMania is a wake-up call for the Judgment Day. I think it's just the beginning of the downfall of the Judgment Day. I mean, yeah, we saw Finn Balor celebrating with Damian Priest, but how long is that going to last?
Yeah, we have to see how it goes. I go on to the next match.
I have the results right here for night 2. I think it just needed to.
Yeah.
But if you want to go on, you can, because it's always been me doing it. But I mean, you can go ahead and I can follow along.
Yeah, let me go ahead. I have, so it's Karrion, Kross, and the Final Testament versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. So they came out, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits and the Final Testament.
Yes, Bubba Ray Dudley was a guest referee. Yeah. Great to see him. I love the Dudley boys. Been a fan of them ever since the days where they had the rivalry with the Hardys and Edge and Christian in the TLC matches. I love them.
Yes. Bubba Ray Dudley was a special guest referee.
Like that. I love that move that they do.
It was wonderful. So, the Street Profits and Lashley. The Street Profits and Lashley were all attacked by the Final Testament. The Street Profits and Lashley were sent, all 3 opponents, out the ring to get the match started, with Bubba Ray Dudley serving as guest referee. Dawkins and Ford, they both attacked the other 2 guys from the Final Testament, and Lashley was working on Karrion Kross. D-Fab and Scarlett also got involved. I think Scarlett attacked D-Fab with a kendo stick, and Scarlett also attacked Bobby Lashley with kendo sticks. In fact, they all got attacked with kendo sticks at one point in the beginning of the match. After that, they were able to come back and fight back against that. Karrion Kross got up in Bubba's face, and after he thought that he had the 3 count, right? But then Bubba put on his glasses, right? And he said that, and then that was a distraction, of course, which Lashley used to spear Karrion Kross, right? Ford and Dawkins, the Street Profits, they moved on the other 2, which took them out, and then they got out the tables, okay? Which funny, after they got out the first table to use on Karrion Kross,
it just broke. Like, it just broke.
Broke for no reason, which is funny. And then they got out the second table. And then once they got out the second table, they put Karrion Kross on that table. And then Montez Ford hit a huge splash from the corner onto Karrion Kross, which Bobby Lashley used to put the 1, 2, 3 countdown on the Final Testament, which should end this feud for the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and B-Fab altogether. This should be over, technically. So this is a great pickup win for Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. It's a great win for them.
Yeah. My thoughts, it was a short street fight, actually, but kind of expected. But I got this pick wrong. I actually thought the Final Testament was going to win. They're just 2 huge guys in this group. As long as you got Scarlett, and then you got Paul Early, whatever his name is, whatever. But they had it kind of makes sense, the fact that Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain had Bobby Lashley's in the Street Profits numbers. They say that the person that gets beat up the most will get redemption and win, which makes sense. But what is Bubba Ray doing? Once again, I don't know if I would say Bubba Ray Dudley helped Bobby Lashley and Street Profits to get the win, but he kind of took part. And I'm like, maybe that's the reason why they won, with help. But what if would they have still won if Bubba Ray Dudley would have minded his own business? I just feel like he pissed off Karrion Kross. That's why he wanted to help them. But we have to see, maybe this could have been the end of the rivalry, but because Bubba Ray kind of got involved, I feel like this rivalry isn't over yet. I feel like Karrion Kross is going to bitch and complain and moan about it for the next Smackdown and demanding a rematch against Bobby Lashley. They could end it straight up normal match because this rivalry needs to end. But I don't know if it is officially ended, because of what Bubba Ray Dudley getting involved a little bit, causing them to lose. So we have to see what happens. But congratulations to Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits for the win. That's funny how Scarlett always wants to beat Bobby's ass with this candlestick. It's hilarious. And then I think Feebad attacked Karrion Kross with a candlestick as well. I can't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was hilarious.
Yes, she did, yeah.
I'm surprised that other guy, what's his name? I don't know. He's like the manager of the Final Testament. I think he's really well known, but he didn't. I thought he was going to get involved. I was going to laugh if he got involved.
He did get involved. He grabbed Bobby Lashley's leg or his foot to stop him, just to prevent him from moving forward. And that was a distraction, of course, which Karrion Kross capitalized on. So,
but overall, it was great. Yeah, it was a great. I mean, I feel like it could have been a little bit longer since the street fight. Like, come on, Roman Reigns, The Rock, Cody, and Seth, they know how to do a street fight. I mean, I just feel like that street fight between Bobby and Karrion Kross was too short.
I'm just going to say that it was short and sweet. Moving on, though, we're going to move on to the next match, right? The third match of the night was between LA Knight and AJ Styles, which was great. It was no stipulation match, so no count out. So AJ Styles actually.
Oh no! It was a singles. It was a regular singles match.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just say that AJ Styles debuted with a brand new theme song, and
which was popping. I actually like AJ Styles' new entrance song.
Yeah. So yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I can't lie. But it was a good theme song. But he came out. Actually, LA Knight came out first. And then AJ Styles came out. When AJ Styles got in the ring, they actually immediately started feuding. They immediately started fighting. Immediately. And they were throwing, it was a big, giant just war that happened right in the middle of the ring. So Knight was upset, striking AJ, trying to get the advantage over him. And then Knight had, So
I got it. So basically, it went back and forth until AJ Styles actually targeted LA Knight's knee. Like, what the hell is going on? Is this WrestleMania? Try to break your opponent's knees? Like, what the hell? First Seth and now LA Knight. Like, I can tell you for the whole WrestleMania, their opponent's been trying to take out your opponent's knees. First Seth and now LA Knight. It's just brutal. And then LA Knight wanted to just after you take the bottom part of the ring out, it hurts once you get underneath it. And LA Knight tried to hit that part on AJ Styles, but AJ Styles capitalized. I can't imagine how part of that floor hurts. That's when you take the whole rug out and then you suplex your opponent. It hurts. But it went back and forth. AJ Styles, I like him as a heel. He's great as a heel. But it went back and forth. AJ Styles tried to hit the Styles Clash, but then LA Knight with the counter, and then LA Knight was able to hit a perfect BFT, and that's it. LA Knight actually defeats AJ Styles, which we both picked LA Knight in this match. So
yeah, it was a great win. I do think AJ Styles was going to surprise us with a couple of moments because he was targeting LA Knight's knee, and it's just, wow, he was really targeting his knee and trying to take him out with that, and using that to his advantage. I think that's what wrestling is all about. The wrestling is about strategy, and LA Knight's strategy was to take out. AJ Styles' strategy was to take out LA Knight's knee, which he was, partly successful in doing. He had 2 submissions on LA Knight and almost made him tap, but LA Knight was able to get out of it. It's because of his injured knee. It was quite a match. I can't lie. It was a good match. So great pickup win. I want to just kind of move on about the third match of the WrestleMania 40. Was supposed to be the most stressful match of both of our lives. Logan Paul defending his United States Championship against Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. as I was saying earlier about Randy Orton, when the match started, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens both attacked Logan Paul, and they put him out of commission. Logan Paul really tried to escape from the match. However, he was not successful because they both cornered him and beat him down, and they actually both tried to pin him, right? But they were not successful because only one person could pin him. So because only one person could pin him, they ended up attacking each other to get the superiority to see who could pin him. Because of this distraction, Logan Paul was able to capitalize on it and utilized his variety of moves to attack both Logan Paul, both Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. However, both Randy Orton and Kevin Owens were able to counter Logan Paul, and in order to get the win, they definitely tried to pin each other, along with trying to pin Logan Paul. It was quite an interesting series of events that happened. So while Randy Orton and Kevin Owens were focused on trying to outmaneuver and out-attack each other, Logan Paul comes out with the brass knuckles and hits Randy Orton again with the brass knuckles and tries to pin Randy Orton. But Randy Orton was able to smart this time because he remembered what happened last time at SummerSlam, and at the Royal Rumble. Where was it again?
It was a Royal Rumble.
Oh yes, at the Royal Rumble, Randy Orton remembers what happens. Randy Orton kicks out. Okay, Randy Orton gives the brass knuckles to the ref so that Logan Paul can't use them. And Randy Orton is then attacked by Kevin Owens. Okay, that's what happens. Kevin Owens is able to use his moves on Randy Orton. He's a backbreaker, and then a backdrop onto Logan Paul. Tries to tag Logan Paul. However, Logan Paul successful, and Logan Paul kicks out, and Logan Paul gets the win. Eventually gets the win over Randy Orton and Kevin Owens in a shocking defeat and surprising win over Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, and retains his U.S. title. And what's also interesting is that iShow Speed was there and actually prevented Randy Orton from pinning Logan Paul. And then Randy Orton attacks iShow Speed and takes him out with an RKO. So iShow Speed got what he deserved for doing that to Randy Orton. He shouldn't be doing that, but it happened to him anyway. Let's hope he learns his lesson. That's what happens. And it's so frustrating to see this happen because I wanted to see I want to see Kevin Owens win over Logan Paul. But Logan Paul wins. And this is the frustrating thing about Logan Paul. Logan Paul just cheats and he wins. And this is just so frustrating to me.
I wouldn't say cheat because there was interference by iShow Speed, but after that there was opportunities for Orton and Kevin Owens to win, but look, Logan Paul was able to turn the turner and win it all by himself. Yeah,
that's a frustrating thing. You obviously mentioned to me that I need to make an upgrade.
And that's exactly what happened. Like, by the way, guys, I got this pick correct. I said it. Logan Paul was going to retain. You had Kevin Owens. At one point, Kevin Owens had it. I mean, he had like 2 stunners, and then he could have had it, but I don't know why he didn't pin. But I'm just going what I think. Logan Paul, I said, was going to retain because SummerSlam is going to be in his hometown of Cleveland, so he's just going to go into SummerSlam as champion. So I'm telling you, it's a spoiler. Logan Paul's holding on to the title till SummerSlam.
It's what it is. But it's frustrating, as it sounds.
Yeah,
So
we just have to see who's Logan Paul's next opponent is. Maybe Ricochet. He needs to finish the rivalry with Ricochet.
yes, Ricochet is the man.
I feel bad. I feel bad because I
Man.
think I think Samantha had to announce Logan Paul as the United States champion again.
It has to be
Unless it was
Ricochet.
unless it was someone else because she's scared of saying it. I don't know.
Ricochet is the man to beat Logan Paul. You and I know this. Ricochet is the guy. Okay, because that's another video for another time.
Gunther,
Right?
Gunther's going after Logan Paul, guys. I mean,
course he is.
you'd be happy if he does.
We'll see about that. It's a maybe. It's a maybe. And on to our next match. Finally, we see this match at WrestleMania. Io Sky versus Bayley for the women's WWE Women's Championship. Which is a very, very interesting match. Very, very interesting ending. And very, very interesting storyline going forward. The women's championship was contested between Io Sky and Bayley, right? Excuse me. Io Sky took control of the match. Io Sky actually was focused on Bayley, and I believe that before it was mentioned that Bayley had some knee problems coming into this match. So Io Sky actually took advantage of it.
This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. What is going on
Yes.
with the knees at WrestleMania? Now Bayley, I forgot to mention the Logan, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton because they were targeting Logan's knees as well. So it's basically, why not just call WrestleMania Knee Mania 40? Like, everyone's going at each other's knees.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty insane to see this happen again. But Io Sky was able to use Bayley's knees and attack her knees, taking her legs out because Bayley is a bigger opponent, which kind of makes sense. You know, if you're a smaller opponent, you have to use a person's legs against them, and you have to go for the knees. I mean, obviously, if you go to the knees, it's easier to take somebody down because if somebody's taller than you, it makes more sense to attack their knees, attack their legs where it's weak. Okay, so that's what happened with Io. Io did that. She focused on the leg that Bayley had problems with for years. Io knows Bayley. Io knows what Bayley's weaknesses are. So she definitely used that knowledge to her advantage. However, Bayley was able to fight back against Io, which was very interesting, despite the fact that Io knew where her weaknesses are, and it was a very interesting match. Io did more than one moonsault on Bayley. She did 2 or 3 moonsaults on Bayley, and Bayley was able to kick out of it. Bayley also used her finisher on Io, and obviously, I don't know how Io was able to do it, but Io actually was able to counter Bayley's
Rose plant. Yep. Rose plant.
Yeah, yes, she was somehow able to counter it, which I think was insane. I mean, Io, even though we don't like Io as a champion, as a wrestler, you know, she is quite athletic.
I don't even remember the last time Io defended her title. So I'm happy Bayley won. Like, it's kind of like the women's tag team titles. Like, why are you not defending it? Like, Io Sky, I don't even remember the last time she even defended it. I think it was against Mia Chang on Smackdown, which was a while ago. So the titles are relevant when she's on. The titles are relevant when Io Sky was holding on to it. So
yeah. Well, see, Io Sky did defend her title the last time. I believe it was against Naomi. She fought against Naomi.
I don't think it was for a title. I think it was just a one-on-one match.
Yeah, well, it was a one match. She hasn't really defended her title in a long time, but she did defend her title before WrestleMania at one point. But I would say that despite the fact that she hasn't really defended her title a lot, she has really shown that she is a really good, dangerous wrestler, and that's what we saw right there. But because Bayley knows how dangerous Io Sky is, Bayley was able to, do what she had to do, and she actually, shockingly, Bayley picked up the win and actually becomes the next women's wrestling champion. Now, because she actually gets the win, she is the new champion. I believe that Bianca Belair is definitely going to be going after Bayley to get her shot to win her title back. Of course, there are others that are there that can also do the same. Charlotte Flair's out of commission, but she'll probably be coming back in action. We know that Charlotte Flair has had some issues with damage control in the past, and Charlotte Flair is going to want to have a shot at the WWE Women's Championship, as well as Jade Cargill and Naomi also. They also will want a shot too. I mean, there's going to be new challengers coming Bayley's way, and Bayley will have to stay champion for some little bit.
Damian Control is going to ask for a rematch. I feel like Io Sky is going to get in there. I wouldn't be surprised if Dakota Kai steps up to Bayley for a chance at the title. And imagine if Kairi, Sane, or Asuka try to go to be a double champion.
Yeah, it would be insane if that happens. But they're already champions right now because they're tag team champions.
Yeah, the thing is, like, because Bayley won, that's what you get for not being in Io Sky's corner. So Io Sky might bitch at Dakota Kai and Asuka and Kairi, saying, it's like, why weren't you in my corner, But I actually thought they were going to be in her corner, but that's how it has to be, a one-on-one match. But I don't know how Dakota Kai and the Kabuki Warriors are going to react to Io. I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen, but imagine this. Imagine they turn on Io Sky, but I don't think it's going to happen. That would be insane. It's not going to happen, but I mean, they're going to try to. They're probably just going to try to get Io Sky her title back with multiple rematches, and then Bayley obviously is going to prevail, which will probably end things with Damage Control. And I can see I want to see Bianca and Jade Cargill team up. Those two are a great team together. They're strong. You saw their strength at the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Imagine them teaming up and dethroning the Kabuki Warriors. Oh my God, that team would be unstoppable. But the only issue is where would that leave Naomi? Naomi will be left out. So I mean, she could be part of the group. I mean, but I want to see Jade and Bianca team up and win the titles.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. That's the build up to Bayley and Bianca finally putting their difference aside and then teaming up together. They could do a group together, like they could do Bayley, Bianca, and Jade, and Naomi. The question is, someone could team up and win the titles to their group, but I mean, that's if they if Bianca does accept Bayley, but I don't know. I feel like this is what's going to happen. I feel like, Bianca's going to challenge Bayley, but this time Bayley's going to win, getting redemptions all the times Bianca owned her. And then after the match, I think that's when they will show the respect to each other.
Yeah. I think that there's also going to be a new title in the mix for the women's division, which is the Intercontinental title for an Intercontinental title.
They're doing that for NXT, so there's going to be a women's North American Championship, okay. But I don't know if there's going to be Intercontinental. They should, but I mean, if that's an option, Naomi should go after it, and then there you have the perfect group: Bayley, Bianca, and Jade, and Naomi. That's the perfect faction right there, or group, whatever.
Yes, and finally we have our final match, the one we've all been waiting for, the big match coming in. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Ooh, we got a lot of things to talk about right here with this.
Oh yeah, Roman. I just gotta tell you guys, Roman won. Good night. I'm just joking.
you know that's not true.
It's a joke. I mean,
I know. So, it starts with Cody Rhodes coming out with a mask on his face, a skull with flaming eagle wings. Takes it off, gives it to his wife. We actually see his wife for the first time ever, Brandy Rhodes, right beside him. Gives it to her. Does his entrance. Comes into the ring. does his entrance and everything. And then next, we have Roman Reigns. It comes in with quite an amazing entrance. Comes in with an orchestra and a choir behind him. He's showing that he is an amazing champion, as he has been the champion for the past 3 years, 1,260.
All right. Well, I want to go through this quick because it's late. But let's talk about the moments in this match. Obviously, we're talking about. Obviously, we see Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. It looks like a regular match, but it's under Bloodline rules, and basically Candlesticks got involved. Table, I guess not. But then the first Bloodline shows up, which is Jimmy Uso. But what you know, it's Jey Uso with the save. Jey Uso spears his brother off the stage into a table, and that leaves Solo Sikoa coming in. Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns hitting the double combo of the Samoan Spike and Spear, but Cody Rhodes is not human, was able to kick out of that. And then you want to talk about what happened next? Twice you want to, and then I called it right away. It happened. I called it because you know the history that John Cena has with Solo Sikoa after Solo Sikoa destroyed him at Crown Jewel. I called it too. John Cena. It's gotta be John Cena. And what do you know? John Cena returns and helps Cody Rhodes. John Cena returns and gives the attitude adjustment to Solo for the table. And the final ball shows up. Goosebumps. The Rock and John Cena in the same ring. Probably by far the top two greatest of all time. And John Cena wants to fight. And I'm like, maybe that's not a good idea. You're out of the prime for The Rock. The Rock gives John Cena a huge attitude adjustment. And this was your favorite part. I'll let you tell you then what happened next.
What happened next is insane. I thought that it was going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. I thought it's going to be a CM Punk. I thought it's going to be somebody coming out. Dustin Rhodes. We both were thinking that Dustin Rhodes is coming to WrestleMania to save his brother from The Rock. But guess who comes out? The Undertaker. Coming out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. That's madness. The Undertaker. Coming out of nowhere. Giving The Rock the chokeslam of his life. And then making him, boom, disappear. And then for the final. By the
way, the Shield meal they showed up, and then Roman Reigns was able to see Seth Rollins in the old Shield outfit. So the ambush from Seth didn't work out because Roman saw it coming. He was like ahead of Seth, so Seth got, I think, super punch, I think it was, or speared. I can't remember.
No. He says Seth got cheered.
Yeah, it was a payback from when Seth turned his back on the Shield many years ago. Roman crashed his back. That's the second time he did it to Seth Rollins. The first time was when they faced off in a one-on-one match at the Royal Rumble. He grabbed a chair and smashed Seth's back. And then I think that's it. Who else came out? I think that's pretty much it. And then Cody Rhodes takes over with 3 Crossroads, and he has officially finished the story. Roman Reigns is done. He's taking his break because of leukemia. Cody Rhodes finishes the story, winning the title and ending Roman Reigns' reign. Wow. Look, I admit it. I was wrong about this pick. I said that it was a 100% wrong, and I had my reasons. I want Roman to break Hulk Hogan's record, but I guess that Hulk Hogan's probably the best. But I was wrong. I said that I had a strange feeling about my pick, but congratulations to Cody Rhodes. Plus the storyline wouldn't make sense if Roman did win, because 2 years in a row you win the Royal Rumble, but you can't finish the story. It doesn't make sense, which is that. Question is Roman Reigns, he's most likely going to take a break, or you never know. He might just stay around and try to win his title back.
Man, that might be true. I
Because
don't know what's gonna
because
happen.
think about it, Roman's not gonna let he's not gonna let it slide easy for Cody. He's gonna probably confront Cody at some point and then say, "Oh, you only won with the help of many people," and then and it's like, yeah, you had Solo Sikoa, you had Jimmy, so it was like a normal, it was even match. But who knows? I just feel like because of the whole leukemia thing with Roman, I think he's gonna take a long break. Hopefully he doesn't die. I love Roman. He's been
Yeah,
dealing with this leukemia for so long now. Respects to Roman and the wise man. But all I can say is good luck to Roman in his treatment to cancer. You need it. It's sad to hear. Hopefully he's better and then returns to WWE at some point. I'll be shocked if he even stays here, but you got to take a break and deal with your cancer.
yeah,
Your health comes first. Same with Seth Rollins. You got to take a break. You got to heal from your injuries, your back, your leg, Roman, your cancer. So it has to happen. Question is,
yeah.
who's going to be Cody Rhodes' first challenger? I can't wait to see.
I agree with you about Roman and his health, and I mean, I wish all the best for him, that he will recover from his cancer treatment and continue working strong. The thing is, just tonight he looked really strong. He looked invincible. Um, he looked like he was still in good health, which is great. But we know that we definitely wanted to stay healthy and so he can come back to WWE
How
and
fitting would
continue.
it be? How fitting would it be? Because you saw Brock Lesnar as a heel against Cody Rhodes, but after Cody beat him, he turned face. Imagine how it would be if Roman Reigns showed up on Raw tomorrow and talked about his leukemia to the crowd. What if he just goes out with the wise man and talk about the cancer and shit, and then he actually turns face, and then Cody Rhodes comes out and they embrace and shake hands, making Roman his departure. Imagine that, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
I don't know either. I mean, we're gonna have to see what's gonna
I mean,
happen
I mean,
on SmackDown and
the
Raw.
question is, does the WWE Universe know that his cancer's back? If not, expect Roman to be back where he was when he announced that he has cancer. Announce him making a promo talking about his cancer, like his personal life. And then that's when probably people's like, oh, okay. But I don't know if that's going to
Yeah,
happen. Because
yeah, yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
can't remember the last time Roman Reigns was a face. I think that's when he left WWE, right before he left WWE, and then when he came back to light with Paul Heyman. I think he was a face a while. So if he does return, I feel like he should be a face. But I don't
He
know.
should be. I think he should still be a heel because he's been such a great heel. He has such heat with people. He is such a great heel. One thing I want to mention is that I do think that the ref. Did you notice that the ref counted slow, a little bit slower, or something? Or
I don't know.
something was up with the
Roman was
something was
ticked
up with the ref.
off. Roman was ticked off about that. So
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, wait, what's going on with the ref here? There's something going on with the ref. So, I'm gonna say maybe it feels like while the ref was doing his job at the same time, feels like well the ref wasn't the ref did something. So, but at the same time, I will say that Seth got involved and Seth put his body on the line to help Cody, and that really says a lot for Seth because Seth went through a lot for basically 2 nights straight. And then Seth is a champion.
Seth
Doing
Seth is probably going to address the WWE Universe and then take his leave. I feel like everyone should do a farewell. I mean, it's great. I mean, there's probably going to be thank you Seth chants, and then Seth is probably going to say he's going to take a break. I wouldn't be surprised if Roman does the same thing. I mean, I don't know. Becky's probably going to take a break as well. But before we end this, I just want to talk about favorite entrances. Like, I know WrestleMania is a tradition, the tradition of best entrances. For me, I think it's hard to tell because there's so many great entrances. I think Seth Rollins probably had the best. Seth Rollins' entrance was crazy. You got these guys in masks and stuff singing his song, and he's in the camouflage. Bayley's entrance was dead ass. It was kind of like a Cleopatra entrance. You got these guys holding her like she's some like Egyptian queen. And then Cody Rhodes' entrance was amazing. The Roman was just, Roman did the same thing as he did last year, except last year was a piano. This year was an orchestra. Who else's entrance was great? I can't remember. I know Rhea Ripley entrance was dead ass. Rhea Ripley's entrance was they had Rhea Ripley's favorite band sing her entrance song, which is something that Rhea Ripley said that was appreciated, so that was great to see. She actually had they actually had her favorite band sing her theme song. What other there was? Oh yeah, DIY coming out as the DX. Who else was there? I can't remember. Cody Rhodes was great.
I thought Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso's entrances were good.
Logan, hate it or not, but Logan Paul's entrance was amazing, coming out of the big truck and shooting the cannon. Kevin Owens' entrance was kind of funny and ridiculous with the golf cart helping Randy, and I mean I could have seen something better than that. AJ Styles' theme song was great. LA Knight just had a regular. Oh yeah, I think.
I would say Gunther's entrance was intimidating, a little bit intimidating because...
No. There was one I was thinking about. Drew McIntyre's entrance was dead. Drew McIntyre's entrance was great. It was amazing. Drew McIntyre's entrance, you got these Thormans, and then you got the tradition Scotland, whatever you call this instrument. But his was great, Drew McIntyre's entrance.
Yes. I believe Gunther's entrance was quite intimidating because he was dressed in black. It was black and red, and then you saw his face.
Okay. Io Sky's entrance wasn't too bad, half bad either. I mean, it could have more, but I mean, the music was jamming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, The Rock. Great. Oh my God, The Rock's entrance on night one. Oh my God, it's like that was like amazing. The Rock's entrance was great on night one. And then there were, the ladder matches were a few good entrances. I think that's about it. I don't know.
Bianca,
Naomi, and Jade. Yes.
And Naomi's entrance was pretty good. I gotta admit, it was pretty good. So it's like a combined entrance, like Jade's thing with her focusing on herself, and Bianca and Naomi. It was all together. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
All right, so that will do it for our WrestleMania 40. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in for this broadcast. WrestleMania 40 was a blast, and like I said, there were so many title changes in this one, so there's a lot of storylines that we're wondering where it's gonna go. My interesting storyline I want to see what's going. Probably the storyline I'm probably going to be more interested in is probably the World Heavyweight Champion storyline. I want to see where that goes since Seth is no longer going to be there. I want to see what's going to happen now Bayley's the champion and now Cody's the champion. So we have to see. I just want Bayley to defend her title a lot. I don't want her to pull like a Roman, or I don't want her to pull a heel. I want Bayley to like defend the title a lot. Same with Cody. Cody Rhodes is definitely going to be a fighting champion. Damian Priest, I mean, he's going to defend his title maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's like, you got Damian and Rhea with titles, and that's pretty much it. We have to see what happens with that. As long as Damian Priest defends his title a lot and not be a lazy ass just doing nothing with Judgment Day, I'll be fine with it. Plus, it's great seeing the tag team titles being split finally. We have to see how long R-Truth and Miz last. I don't think it's going to last too long because of the R-Truth goofiness. And we have to see how long Austin Theory and Grayson Waller last. So, but anyways, my name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. That was a blast of a WrestleMania 40. They do say it was the greatest WrestleMania ever. But any last thoughts or anything like that?
Oh man, it was a great WrestleMania. Lovely WrestleMania. I loved it. It was awesome. It was really thrilling. It was a thrilling WrestleMania. It makes me happy. I'm very happy to be ending the night tonight and talking about WrestleMania and ending with WrestleMania. It was great. We had some bumps in the road, but despite those bumps in the road, we had a great ending to WrestleMania. And, all the Cody crybabies, all you guys, we all made this possible. We were happy that the thing ended the way it ended. It's just a beautiful end to WrestleMania. Some people might disagree, but that's just the way things are. You just have to accept the way things are. We're going to see how things continue to go forward. And, with Raw happening literally on Monday coming up. So it's going to be really great to see how things go.
Alright, so anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like I said before, if you haven't done so, subscribe to my friend Canadian Yorker and subscribe to our wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. Link will be in the description. And what a WrestleMania 40. We'll see you next time, which is going to be the Monday Night Raw, which is going to be popping. I'm telling you, Cody Rhodes is going to have a huge pop once he enters the arena tomorrow. Maybe Bayley on Smackdown. Damian Priest, probably. I don't know. Judgment Day is kind of a group that people starting to like. But anyways, that would do it. Thank you. My name is Bruno Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. We'll see you for the next broadcast.
Take care.